Hello and welcome to Super Metroid Z Factor. This is a ROM hack of Super Metroid created by a guy named Meta Aquarius back in 2002 or 2012. Shit, I'm the worst at this.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I am.
Age of Metaquarius. Age of
Anyways,
Metaquarius.
thanks
Wow,
a
we're
lot.
singing. We're already off to a great start.
I'm
Sorry.
I'm FP0.
I'm Artix.
I'm Dinkins.
And Blasphemous.
And these fools are going to be accompanying me here as I play this.
And this is the best ROM hack ever.
Yes,
Yep.
Well, I mean, you did a custom intro. That's got to count for something, right?
from the creators of Z Factor, we go across the pond to give
You know, this would be a
Z
lot better
Factor.
if I actually loaded the correct ROM.
That's
This
yeah,
is a different version. We'll restart. Let me restart this shit.
You're
Welcome back to the 1.2 version. It's very quick updates.
burn the scripts.
Yep. Okay.
You had better not edit this part out.
Don't worry. I'm not gonna
We're
put in any effort whatsoever.
We're gonna improvise this. That's like, whose line is it anyway?
Except they're way better at this than we will
Except-
ever be.
Well, I think you could play Ryan Styles because you're tall enough.
I think
God,
you could
nobody-
be. I think you could be Colin because.
Well, no, I've got plenty of hair. Shut up,
Okay.
man. Well, I did get a haircut. It's rather short now, so.
Anyways, this guy is fairly good at what he does. Currently, he is porting all of the bosses from Metroid Fusion into Super Metroid. But this was his first hack that he made, and it turns out that it's actually quite good. It's well polished, and I enjoyed it a lot when it released.
What he means to say is that there hasn't been too many radical changes or stupid changes, so it should be a pretty enjoyable experience.
It should be. I
As long
enjoy
as
it.
As long as it's not unchanged to the point of being boring.
Exactly.
No, it's not that bad.
That's good, because I expect to see some new features like, oh, I don't know.
Like the dripping water from the
Oh.
ceiling.
Oh, shit, dude. I didn't even notice that. Holy crap.
That's actually
Metaquarius.
that's
Metaquarius, you
actually
subverted my expectations again, you genius.
The water doesn't blink off your armor.
that's the yeah.
Voted one.
Oh,
I like
Dang,
those
some
those
harsh,
eyes, those eyes there,
partialities.
yeah. It's a nice touch. Spooky.
Too
Truly.
spooky, bro. I don't know
Yeah.
if I can handle this.
Hold me. Oh, there's some molting things that we can blow up, I imagine.
nope, they are in the shells.
Oh.
We're still in the part of the game where they're trying to build atmosphere.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yes.
No, which
By
we'll go
which we
completely
mean-
out the window.
Yeah,
when,
no, it's-
when we become, and then when we just walk around as the Death Princess.
Space Death Princess, excuse me.
Princess.
Like the eyes. Very foreboding.
I wasn't even making another M joke. I totally
I know.
I forgot.
Sorry.
Let's never
It's
speak of this
inevitable.
again.
Whenever we play a Metroid hack, we always have to, make an oblique
At least
or,
one or two
at least
fuck
an
other M
oblique,
jokes.
oblique reference to other M. So
Oh,
I
this
mean,
is
it
different.
is just awful.
yeah.
Whoa, man. I don't know if I can handle this. We went to the right?
Yeah, and look, this room is dominated by the color
Blue.
blue. It's supposed to represent melancholy or sadness.
No, we are not playing that one.
But all my tears, they're like frozen ice and steel and what was the name of that stupid hack? I'm trying to.
Ice metal.
Ah, yeah, there we go.
These
I was
guys have
close.
accompanied me for a lot of hacks at this point.
A
Yeah.
lot of them bad.
A lot of them
Yes.
bad.
Ooh, so
Some of them good, some of them very funny.
I
This
thought
Chozo statue is apparently not very fond of us for some reason.
I thought he was gonna, live or just like burst out of his, his seat and attack us, but I guess not.
I mean, the series has set a bit of a precedent for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, in this very game as well. So.
I can
Everyone's
only
favorite.
imagine what it must have been like for, if somebody had played the original NES Metroid and number 2 and then came to Super Metroid and, one of the statues just suddenly comes to life and starts attacking you.
Well, they'd probably
That
say
must have been pretty good.
They'd probably say something like, Mom, I'm scared, come over here," because he'd be like 10 years old. But hey, I mean,
So
we
he
got
was
it.
playing Metroid 1 when he was 2.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean,
They
I
start-
was playing
he was a-
Doom when I was like 4 or 5.
Look, he was a very gifted child.
Right, yeah.
He must have been to beat that game.
And he grew up to
It's
be
not exactly the easiest.
And he grew up to be the Prime Minister of England, Tony Blair. Wait, this is I'm getting a bit confused.
I think so.
Hmm.
He had
A
the
lot
widest
confused.
grin on his face when he got Metroid in the.
So now that the whole atmosphere thing is over, it seems like it's throwing the upgrades at us pretty quickly.
Right?
It's the hard part when doing a hack like this is, unless you are deliberately trying to stretch your intro, you want to get at least bombs into the player's hands as fast as you can, because that really just it allows them to check for exploration, because bombs will reveal most of the stuff that you can break. So it can at least, it provides another way of hiding stuff, and it's just a big key plus a big piece of your movement.
Well, I should
essentially.
note that we don't have bombs yet.
Yeah, but we'll be getting them shortly enough. So
Yeah, I like how they were committed to establishing an atmosphere in like the first 5 minutes, and then they just kind of were like, whatever. It was like if in the movie Alien, they were just like have Sigourney Weaver like being all scared, walking around the shadows in fear of being alien. And they're just like, all right, just take out your guns. All right, well, let's kill them all.
Well, to be fair, Super Metroid didn't spend a lot of time doing the whole atmosphere thing either.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Yeah.
frankly, the only reason that you even have to spend time doing that whole atmosphere or anything like that is because the planet by default isn't set to quote-unquote wake up until you actually do have Morph Ball and your first missile pack. So that's like the first set of room triggers. Anyways, that room was not the statue room, as
Where are you?
there was no statue.
Yeah, but it did have some seahorses living in the shallowest lava pool ever.
Evolution,
come on,
man.
Like, come on, guys, you don't even fit in there.
Yeah.
And they were just taking a relaxing bath.
Yeah, they're amphibious seahorse. Wait. Whatever. It's Zeebs. This place is creepy, man.
It's space. It's aliens.
It's space aliens thing.
You don't have to make up anything or
You
explain.
mean we can make up everything?
Yeah, I mean,
is
yeah,
what you
yeah.
mean?
Whatever, man.
Yeah, the aliens are, deadly weak to water after midnight, and don't feed them after midnight, and blah 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 blah, or whatever.
No, you don't feed them the phazon, otherwise...
Alright, yeah, otherwise they're turned into...
Unless you're a scientist, in which case do it
Yeah.
because science.
Don't drink the glowing Kool-Aid, kids.
Always drink it. It's probably delicious.
Purple Kool-Aid's the best. I have to say.
I mean, I have to guess that the space pirates just sort of forced each other to try Phazon, but if not...
As a dare, pretty much.
But if not, how do you think they bill that to each other?
What?
Yeah,
Come on, Steve, you don't... Come on. Seriously, you're not gonna try the phazon? Everyone else is.
Pussy! Who's got no balls? Steve's got no balls. Well, actually, I don't know how space pirates work, but
That's better.
we'll
It's for
assume
the
for the
better.
sake of argument that they have. in
Yeah.
fact.
Have you ever met a female space pirate?
I don't
Maybe.
know.
Wouldn't know what they look like.
Yeah, I don't think they've ever had a specified, specifically a female space pirate. But I don't know. I could be wrong.
Knowing their obsession with mad science, they probably just grow one another in tanks.
Yeah.
Tubes, you mean?
God, you're so insensitive, Dinkins. I mean, they're gender non-binary.
Oh, right. Gender.
Let's not.
It's
Please.
gonna be like the Matthew Broderick film where we discover that Ridley was actually a girl all along.
Oh yeah. In Godzilla. Oh yes.
That would have been a reveal for Other M to do, though. Because then, actually, considering how powerless he was in the end, maybe he is. Because that
Unless
game
you
just...
actually are a man. Wait, what?
No.
Are you kidding me?
Man, this game is... This is stupid. I don't want to be part of this anymore.
Said Samus,
Yeah.
straightening.
Said
her tie,
everybody involved.
straightening her tie, chomping on a cigar, and pounding back a brewski.
So here's the map. We want to go to Brinstar.
This designer likes his slopes, doesn't he?
Yeah.
They're available. The game uses them like once or twice. the original game. They're available to be used, but no, the game
Yeah,
just does not
in
take
the original
advantage
game,
of
it was just like, you know, a bunch of like long hallways that either slope down or up, and basically mean like, oh, here you go, time for a speed dashing sequence. So
Yeah,
it's kind of neat that he's using a bit more variety here.
yeah.
I suppose so.
I think Blastus was talking about like the map squares, though. Was that, or were you just talking slopes in general?
Well, yeah, I'm talking about like there were those areas where the square was just this tiny little sliver.
Yeah. Again, the map squares for the slopes are available, but the original game uses them in like one corridor, and that's about it. Maybe a second one. I forget exactly.
Oh, this looks like a Chozo statue fight if I've ever seen one.
No.
Not at all.
You're
You're-
just
I didn't-
paranoid.
You're totally crazy.
I didn't see very much arm pumping there, FB. This is pretty amateur.
Yeah,
Metroid.
Yeah.
What's next? You're not gonna do any wall jumping? Oh. Don't want to know why I turned all British.
Whoa,
there. Well, that
whoa.
wasn't too hard.
Like, has he always gone down that quickly?
He really does not have that much health at all.
That was
like
the
6 missiles?
6, 7, something like that.
But that was just...
He's not a hard boss. There's really not many ways to make him a hard boss. His projectiles do fixed damage. You can change like how much damage he does on contact, but he's always going to be like one of the first bosses you face, so you're not going to have much resources.
The Hex designer was just like, hey, let's get this over with as soon as possible so we can actually get to the interesting stuff.
Basically.
Guess so. I am
Which is how most of these things really should be, because, again, unless you're going to withhold the items for a good reason, you really shouldn't.
I am Tin Chorizo, the black sheep of the Chorizo family.
So how about that water jumping, eh?
It's not necessary. I just didn't wait for the water to go all the way down.
Yeah, well, why? Doesn't matter too much.
No.
Let's just play the game. You know, quick and clean. and
I
straight.
What do you want from me?
I want you to get better.
Oh no, not this already.
I'm kidding.
Well,
You're
let's
doing
let's at least wait for him to fuck up severely before we start yelling at him for that.
you're doing a fine job so far.
Slopes and running through tubes.
Yeah.
Hey man, that's Metroid in a nutshell.
Pretty much. Involved, yeah.
Sometimes you even go through the tubes.
Oh hey, we're back here somehow. That was kind of an
Oh, wait.
interesting circuit.
And now what?
Hmm.
Is that?
Yeah,
back
we made a circuit back here, but I think I actually made a wrong turn. So, here we go.
Yeah,
Get it all out of your system.
I was being prescient, okay, with my.
And if only real life worked like a well-edited video where everyone just sighs suddenly and then time shifts us to the next part where something interesting happens.
I mean, I could just mash the rewind key a whole bunch, but
It's not quite the same.
yeah.
No, that's
And then the laugh track starts, and then everyone shrugs at the camera and winks, and you're like, whoops.
And
Yeah.
then jazz hands happen.
We'll be right back after this commercial break. Are you tired of being bad at Metroid? Does it seem like no matter what you do, you just can't wall jump? Hi, I'm Anthony Sullivan here. Not being as loud as I can.
Hey, come on, hey. The guy's name is Anthony Higgs.
Yeah, sorry.
So are we supposed to be actually wall jumping over there, or is that just
No.
after we get the space jump?
Nah, you don't need to. I think for the most part, this hack doesn't require any wall jumping. You can definitely use it to kind of get places you're not supposed to, or make certain jumps easier, but overall it's not necessary.
So more like a moderate level of skill required rather than being a Super Metroid savant.
Yeah, it's still tough, but it's pretty well balanced for the most part. I know there are a few heat runs in here, but if you search around, you can get enough energy tanks to make them a lot more manageable.
Oh, as in you have to go through heat rooms before you get the various suit?
Yeah, but it's very short. It's like one room long, apiece, and there's rooms that aren't heated in between, so that you can kind of, you know, restock your health and get a little bit of get your bearings together.
I can't say I approve of it anyway.
You got to be careful when doing heat run because, on one hand, I mean the original game basically uses the heated rooms as a here, do not go this way.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's kind of like I'm gonna try and exhaust all of their options, but ROM hacks like to use them as here's a challenge before you get your Various suit. Which,
Well, looks like you still had to do that
Yeah.
thing where you morph in the air.
Midair morph is really easy though, to be fair.
it's barely a trick.
I guess so.
My fingers
It's
are
really-
pudgy.
It's really really lenient in Super Metroid because you keep your upward momentum when you do it.
Honestly, going back to Super Metroid after playing the GBA Metroids, it just feels really slippery sometimes.
It's
That's 'cause
slower
it is.
and floatier.
You say, yeah, Super Metroid is really fucking floaty.
Yeah.
It's like the brawl of Metroid. Oh, melee brawl. Excuse me.
Except it's really good though.
Alright. Oh no.
Same
Oh,
time though,
now,
Brawl's
now
really
you've
good.
done it.
Yep. Open the
Yep.
floodgates.
Oh,
to
no, I'm so sorry,
opinions. Yeah, traps wrong, bitch.
That implies
Got
that
you.
anyone's going to actually watch this.
Yeah, no, it's here. It's okay.
Yeah.
We're all good people.
Ish.
Yeah.
We'll say we're good people.
Yeah.
Good enough.
We're adequate people.
So we could wall jump up there, but it just there's no reason for me to go do it now, so I'm not even gonna bother. But you can, you know, explore around if you want.
Oh, what lovely cherry.
Oh,
blossom
we've
petals.
been
You are
we've
still
been,
bad at thing, FP.
yeah. We've been joined by somebody. Who are you?
I am poorly written novel.
Yep. He's yet another asshole that comes in here and makes fun of me for playing video games.
Mhm.
Well, maybe if you were better at it, we wouldn't
Maybe
have
if you
to.
didn't play them the wrong way. God, you plebeian.
So those areas down there, well, are they actually going to be are they actually a transition to a new area, or
I
do you
think
just
they're
get
just-
solid ground?
I think it's just some like light spike damage.
Oh.
There's actually two types of spike damage. One that does stupid amounts of health, because you're not supposed to be encountering those spikes until you have more suits, so don't use them. And then the ones in Brinstar, which are like for thorn plants.
So basically, if a Metroid hacker wants to turn Metroid into Mario,
Yeah.
Yeah, into a cool, fun romp through spikes, lava, and chain
Way
chomps.
to
I mean,
go,
Metroids.
You fucked up.
I know.
No. Nice job.
I did find the map, however.
Oh,
Toot.
hooray, a map!
good eye. Yeah.
I forgot that this was here. But that's good, because maps are useful, especially in ROM hacks. You know,
Well, some of them.
It's an awful lot like Kraid down there.
it's actually Fantoon.
Okay.
It's not.
It's my favorite Metroid boss.
This hack is very by the books. You know, you're gonna fight Kraid first. You're gonna then go to the wrecked ship after a while and fight Fantoon. It's got a pretty high level of polish and quality that makes me really enjoy it.
I
That
don't know,
platform looked like it should have hurt you.
Does it
I,
for...
I find the more off the wall hacks to be a bit more entertaining than the ones that
Yeah.
make the game competently.
Yeah,
Yeah, honestly, yeah, it's a bit more fun doing something where, like, oh, Samus, now you've obtained the ice plasma wave missile.
Congratulations.
yeah, but those
Samus.
hacks are also the ones that say, "Congratulations, you're gonna be underwater for the next hour."
Well, that's no fun. I want the ice
Well,
plasma
yeah, well,
wave
you don't-
missile.
Well, you don't play those hacks. You play the ones that are like, here's 400 missiles to start.
Or like ones that are like, Dear Diary, I, Samus Aran, am trapped in a really creepy hospital. Oh no, what am I gonna do?
Wait, creepy
That's
hospital?
right.
Was that
Yeah.
actually a
We played that one.
Sure was. It was like,
Do you not remember the majesty of,
The sanitary suit.
Yes, the
Yeah.
sanitary suit.
We played this really odd hack about Samus investigating some sort of like Federation hospital. I don't know, and like something bad had happened there,
Hospitals, man.
Basically, it was a creepypasta.
It was
Sort
trying to
of,
be like
yeah.
Right, but there were, like-
fear, but it was really bad. So,
There were no enemies the entire time, from what I remember.
the only enemy
Yeah, it was
is
just
man
like some
themselves.
random security drones that got stronger every.
Yeah, it was really dumb.
Oh yeah, and the insta-kill ghost at the very
Yeah.
bottom.
Oh yes, our spooky friend.
The spooky friend, yeah.
Yeah, it was really dumb.
Insta-kill
and
ghost
lame.
at the very bottom.
Now this is an interesting room design.
Look at
Just a
those
little
lovely-
mound in the middle.
Look at those lovely blossoming petals falling down to the ground. Makes you want to restock your missiles.
Yes.
Yes, of course.
You can actually use these falling petals as snowflakes to make like a snowy area.
Can you color them white or something? Whiter?
Sort of. There's a thing called palette blending, and basically all like the layer 3 effects, like the lava colors and watercolors, are all controlled by palette blends. You can never have water and lava in the same room because they're controlled by the same thing.
Can you do kind of a Spore Spawn arena effect outside of Spore Spawn's fight?
Where he drops those spores?
Yeah.
Don't think so because those are tied to the boss themselves.
We'll just have a bunch of spore spawns everywhere on all the ceilings, you know, for atmosphere.
For funsies.
Yeah.
What are all these fucking plants doing here?
Everybody knows Spore Spawn is the best worst boss.
Well, I look up there, it's Spore Spawn, and then we look up here, and it's another Spore Spawn.
But if you look over here,
There's a red spore spawn.
And then Spore Spawn opens, and inside there's a tinier Spore Spawn.
Hi, I'm Spore
And
Spawn
it's,
too. Yeah.
It's like
and
the
inside that Spore Spawn, a tiny Ridley. Hooray, he can now finally be in Smash.
I was about to say nesting dolls.
small
you know,
enough for Smash.
You know, spore spawn nesting dolls are a big hit in Ukraine, by the way.
Are they now?
No,
Why do you make up facts like that?
I'm sorry.
You gotta stick to the joke.
I'm lying.
Well, thank you for being honest about it.
I'm lying to you.
Oh
We
no,
just-
paradoxical logical statement must self-terminate, etc.
He pooped.
I mean, it doesn't help your case when you're the one that makes those
I wasn't
jokes
gonna
too.
say anything, but as long as you realize that that's your prime directive, then I think we'll go on A-OK. Don't take my jobs, I'm a worker.
Anyways, found
Does
an
anyone have
elevator.
the map
Going
open
to
for
another part of
this?
Brinstar. What?
Does anybody have the map open for this just in case?
No. Do you
He's
want
not
to
gonna
do
get
that?
lost
You were doing
twice.
that.
I forget if I forget what I had that.
I don't know. You had it last.
Bless
You
us.
had
Are
it
you
before.
implying that this is not the first time that we have recorded this?
Never.
We're going in this completely blind. How dare you guys insinuate otherwise?
Clearly,
Yeah.
we are the most professional of all. Oh,
I mean, it's the first time I've seen it.
This is true.
Yeah, actually, you know, no fooling, it is the first time I've seen this too, but...
We tried
Wow.
recording this.
fun
Was it
fact:
last night or-
Arctic
no,
MP
2
and I
nights
are not
ago?
funny enough to carry it on our own.
They hired
Well, thanks a
Black-
lot.
I mean,
It totally wasn't the fact that I couldn't get it to download from where, or I forgot to save a local copy.
So
Not
they
at
put
all.
flying enemies in a running sequence.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
like that as much, but I think you can go around that room. I don't know. I didn't like that room that much.
Neither did I. That's another thing we have in common.
I guess you can fire missiles blindly, but you don't have enough missiles in general to be doing that a lot.
Yeah, I noticed I noticed that like, even last time we were really short on missiles a lot.
Oh, now we've got 15 in total, I think, right?
Yes.
Great.
Man, after that really speedy start where they gave you the bombs and the missiles right away, it is kind of lagging on giving you additional upgrades.
Yeah, we're thirsty, man. We need more
No, that's the
upgrades.
Meat Mountain image. No, why did I open that?
All right.
What?
Novel and Arctics will know what I'm talking about here, but how many tries does it take for me to get this?
2. One to hold the light bulb and the other... Oh, wait.
I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt this time and say 1 because it only took you like 2 last time.
I almost failed it.
Whoa.
Almost.
Oh, nice.
I did fail it the first time that we did
That's
this.
that's an idea for a sequence.
See,
That's some,
Oh,
some
excuse me.
pro jumping.
I was about to say sick pro Wrath
I'm
when
not
it
really
came out
sure how
sealed.
you're supposed to do that room without jumping off of the blocks. So yeah, I mean, this game is mostly polished, is what I was saying. There's still some questionable stuff like that.
Wait, if this is only ankle deep
Couple of
water,
feet
where are
runs.
these guys coming from?
Off screen.
They live in the same pool that the lava seahorses do.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. It's 1 centimeter deep.
I see. They live in the foreground.
In that mystical land known as Foregroundia. Yes.
Anyways, we're about to get an upgrade. But first
Imagine
we
how
have to
goofy
fight
those
everybody's
guys would look
favorite
in
plant
3D.
man.
What was that, BW?
Imagine how doofy those seahorses would look in 3D.
Has the background always looked this
No.
interesting?
No.
That's like
For the boss rooms, he seems to have the hacker seemed to have imported a bunch of really nice kind of looking boss
Spore
backgrounds.
Spawn seems to have imported a Celtic tattoo in the background.
By the way, I found the map. Now I need to figure out where the hell Spore Spawn is on the map.
Also, I might be
There's
mistaken,
usually a
but,
picture of him.
Yeah,
can,
I've not
can,
seen
Can
one.
you actually speed up Spore Spawn's pattern so that he opens up sooner?
Oh, there he is.
Yes, but I don't know if you can do that through the editor or if you have to kind of edit the actual like enemy
Now-
AI or
Now
ASM.
that makes me wonder, what is Spore Spawn in Gaelic?
Well, go right ahead.
I'm going to find out, and I'm not going to be able to pronounce it. But I'll try anyway.
I am glad that he's not falling to the usual foible of making bosses have ridiculous health bars.
Yeah.
They don't have Gaelic here. Oh, what a jip. Well,
Spore Spawn
next
is a
best thing.
difficult fight to make difficult without being unfair because he moves very well. He doesn't move erratically, but you know he can move across like most of the screen. So the
It's
only
kind of the opposite of erratically.
it's very, you know.
There's a very definitive pattern to that.
Yeah.
FP.
That's why I'm saying not really erratic, but you know he can hit you from most parts of the room. And especially once he starts speeding up, it's difficult to avoid getting hit by him unless there's room at the bottom. But if there's room at the bottom, then it kind of becomes trivial as well. Anyways,
Then you just
super
then you just
missiles.
morph ball the entire time, and then he never hits you.
Yeah. So that's why I mean he's hard to do properly, and most hacks don't do him very well. But there's not much better you can do.
Yeah.
Super missiles.
You
I
can
mean-
at least make him inoffensive as opposed to fuck you.
Yeah.
Well, theoretically, you could make it so he doesn't exist at all, right?
Oh yeah, you don't have to include bosses, but I mean,
If they cut my favorite boss, you know who.
Yeah, I'm sure there will be at least one Spore Spawn apologist out there.
Spore Spawn apologist.
It's okay, Dinkins. They would never cut Fantoon.
Yeah, of course not. Well, oh, you know, I was thinking,
actually-
my
because
second
you
favorite,
identify with him.
my second favorite boss. Oh, what was that guy's name? The one with who's colored red and walks around, looks really dumb.
Crocomire.
Yes.
The one nobody gives a shit about?
Yeah, the one I've forgotten. Sadly enough.
To be honest, with the possible exception of Kraid, I don't really like Kraid and Ridley. I don't really like any of the bosses in Super Metroid.
Yeah, they're kind of dicks. They went over. I invited them to a party one time at my house, and then like Crocomire drank all my booze, and then he just left without saying a word. What a dick.
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant.
Well, yeah. I mean, haven't you invited video game characters over to your house before? It's easy.
Most normal people don't have headmates, Dinkins.
Oh,
Is
but
that
they,
kinda- is that
but
kinda
they're
like
real,
a
I
head-
swear.
a headcanon?
they're real. I swear. I tell you, I'm not crazy.
Well,
Yes, Blast
remains
it's
to be
like
seen.
that, except even crazier.
That's cool.
Look, it's
I've,
not-
I've always wanted to have a skull gun.
Look, it's not his
Quite
fault
like that.
that Crocomire lives with him and tells him all these sweet tales about how this time he's not going to run in the lava, he swears.
Well, the thing is, you know, he's a nice guy and all, but he just doesn't really pay the rent that much, and that's. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
so-
try to kick him out, but you know, he's abstract, so
he's also pretty big.
yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know
but
how
that's-
you got him in your house, but
Yeah, it's a big room. How are you going to... I mean, a normal person can't exactly take up that kind of space.
Yeah. I dug a pit for him in the backyard. It's
And
big
I'm sure
enough.
if he's got a large enough garage, you can just hang out there.
Hey, Dad, I'm gonna have to use the other garage space for a bit. Are my friends moving in? He's a cool guy.
Or
He's
maybe
just
that
really,
shed where
really
they were
big.
keeping the Iron Giant.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.